All right, welcome everybody to a bouncy bounce day, right? Definitely a bouncy bounce day today. So we're gonna start with our chart over here and my call last night, my Twitter call, and blah 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 everywhere else. So if you, I don't know if you guys saw my call on Twitter, it was like, and listen, I have a million messages. Look at all these messages, all these messages. I swear to God, everybody, I will answer all my messages today. I will get to every single one of them. I promise you. So last night, here we go. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. And then remember my call from a couple days ago, right? Right? Remember my call from a couple of, where's it at? Here we go. Right before the dump. Right before the dump. Sorry, I'm trying to be funny. I'm trying to have a little bit of fun here. It's trying to be, trying to not make it. So, hey, everybody, watch out for the dump. Hey, everybody, it's going up. Hey, everybody, it's going down. All right, so here we go. So this is kind of one of my warnings to everybody. I just want to start this off. This is your warning for a jump, right? And when I'm talking a jump, I'm talking you've got 5, 6 different reasons, right, that you guys can you're going to be looking for some kind of a big bounce here, right? There's a bunch of reasons we can bounce right here. Really ugly. I mean, even here, even with some, I mean, I know XRP's got some good news today. I think everybody's really hyped on XRP, thinking that it's going to go to Coinbase, which is great. You know what I'm saying? Lots of very, very impassioned XRP people out there. That's awesome. Good for them. I know we've also got some news about, there's that the new retail exchange is coming. There's a bunch of good stuff that's actually going on right now in crypto land, and I think we're all just it's the problem is, it's kind of hard to overpower a 1,000 point dive. Well, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, 6,800 to 6,400, a 500 point dive. It's kind of hard to have a 500 point dive just when everybody thought that was it. This is over. We're at a lower low, a higher low, and this is going to take off. And everybody's thinking, all right, well, this is it. It's that's not going to happen now. We're not going to get another dump. It's going to the moon, and then we get this 500 point dump out here, even with a bunch of the good news that's been going on. Oh, so can you guys hear me? Oh, yeah, can you guys hear me? Yes. Oh, you scared me, man. You scared me right there. Yeah, you scared me. Yeah. So a couple of things I just want to just kind of scoot through really quick here is we do have the ETF announcement still. Listen, until I have something from the SEC, and I know there's been a lot of people. Bloomberg announced it. A lot of people have announced it. I'd like to see something a little more official. Listen, if people have been wrong. I still am waiting for the 30th. You never know with the government. The government can do anything they want, and I'm not going to do anything until this plays itself out. Okay. For then you have the exchanges, right? And the exchanges. Hold on a second. The exchanges are they're known right now to defend this line. Right? And the whales, the whales, the exchanges, everybody, they're known to defend this area right here. And it's once again, I'm just waiting for the tether bug to come out and start the pumpy with the tether. Okay. So that's another thing. So they've been doing over and over and over again, and the whales, one thing you need to watch out for, we need to start watching out for these massive inputs. That's one of the things we've learned to watch for right now is we've learned to watch. Look at these 15, 16, $21 million. As soon as those start to go into the order books, we all need to be a little more aware of that and understand that, okay, the whales game is playing and the whales are going to kick this thing off, right? So this is, and that's another thing, remember, we're all just living in the whales world here, okay? With that being said, then the next one we have is we have the MACD on the 12-hour, right? And it has rolled over, and we can expect a J-hook pattern with that. And I'll show you that when we get to this chart, right? This J-hook pattern, and it's pretty much it's a hook is what it is. It just I'll show you what that is. It's just very simple. It's this action right Here it goes ring, boom, like that. That's the J hook. So it does this action right here. And then it'll just fall out on everybody. And it's just something we have to look out for. I don't think this is it right here. We'll see. I still haven't looked at that chart today. It's been a really long day of just answering messages and doing some TA in the members area. Okay, we've crossed the 618, but we haven't hit the 786. Okay, so to me, this right here says that we haven't. I don't know. I just don't feel we've put the bottom in yet. You know, of this run. I don't feel we put the bottom in for this run. I think we have one more little touch down here, and let's get down here and touch this, and we'll go over that in the next chart, okay? So I don't think we've touched this yet, and I don't think we've come down here. I would like to see this just come on down here, touch this, and we'll go over that in the next chart. But we have hit the 618, which is a very, very, very important fib line on this total correction down. So that's something we all, you just put it in the back of your mind. We've hit a major fib line. This can hold, okay? This can hold, all right? All right, next one is we have our, until we break this last low, right? And we're talking down here until it's way down here. Until you break this low down here, this is bullish. That's it. This is bullish. This is not bear at all. Listen, this is not bear at all. Okay, so until you break this line down here, right? Oh, yep, this is it. Until you break this line down here, and you got a big range because this can take a lot of time here. But I mean, if this just fell out today, I mean, it's anywhere from 6,000 to could just scoot all the way over here. You know what I'm saying? 6,000, almost 6,100. 60, 75. This is all. Everything up here is bullish. Everything until you break this. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. Okay. Then the next thing is just, let's watch our stop losses. Let's watch our stop losses. Put your stop losses in place. Okay. So here we go. We're coming down. We are looking for the 768, right? Sorry, 786. So we are looking for the 786 here. I would like to touch the 786, right? And I would like to also touch this little line right here. Okay. This is what I would like to do. And we can see this, right? So so over here, we did call the bounce. We called this nice bounce. We called it yesterday. Now, can this go back up? Sure can. Sure can. It can. It's bounce. Their indicators need to reset. I mean, Jesus Christ, people, we just fell 300 points, 400 points. Indicators have to reset. Just can't keep falling forever. There's not enough liquidity anymore in the marketplace to dump as hard as we used to. There's just not. There's not enough money. Right? There's not enough money in the marketplace to move the marketplace like we did back in the past. So here we go. So let's just very simple chart. Very simple chart. Okay? This is it. This is bullish right here until you break this. Right? This is bullish until you break this line right here. This is step one. So there's step one right there. Now you want step two. Step two is you have to break that line right there. There's step two, right? Now look at how deep that line is. That thing gets real deep right there, right? And then you've got this line, right? So you've got, this is, look at this. Until you get down here and you really show me, bears, that you can make a run at this, I'm not sold. I'm not going to be sold. I have said we're going to break into this area freaking 3 or 4 times. Okay? 3 or 4 times. And it gets rescued every single time. 700 million tether, 500 million tether, blah, 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 blah. Whales injecting massive amounts of capital into the marketplace. It just keeps happening over and over and over again. So right now, I'm fully committed to say, I don't know. I just don't know. I feel this has got to get broken right here. Or this is just going to bounce. And we're going to put in another good bounce. We're going to put in another really nice bounce here. And it could be a higher bounce. right? We could come up a little bit higher. Do I expect a higher bounce right here? I don't. I do not. I do not expect a higher bounce right here, right? I do not expect to put in a higher bounce here. I would expect to come up and test the 6,700 range and then drop back down, right? Now, if you break out of this, right? Breaking out of this range right here. Okay, so we're going to go like this to that, right? Breaking out of this range this is where the rubber meets the road right here. This is where you can actually, you can make a legitimate claim that the bear cycle has come, if not to an end, it has definitely been halted, right? It's definitely been put on hold. It is, you can make a legitimate claim that breaking out of this would be a very bullish move. This would be extremely bullish right here. Okay, so just something to look for. Some, and let me adjust this. This could come from down here. This does not have to come from right here. This doesn't have to go up right here. This thing can come from down lower, right? And you would do something like that, right? Maybe bang around, then bust out of it. Okay, now you're in a confluence zone right here, right? This is look, we're in this confluence zone. Let's zoom in here, and we can adjust this line, right? Nothing is set in stone, right? I tried to take this off these wicks right here, tried to take it off that wick, right? But look, you can bring this up a little bit more. You can even go up as high as that wick right there. Right? I mean, I could pull this wick and kind of runs across here. You get a couple body closes, so on and so forth. A bunch of wicks, body closes, body closes. So this is my confluence zone. This is just a zone of just banging and banging around. And listen, it can wick out. You can wick out of this zone. Look, it happens all the time. But when I look at this zone, what I see is an area of dead cat bounces, right? This dead cat bounce out, dead cat bounce out, dead cat bounce, and then took off, right? Came down, dead cat bounce, and trying to break out again for another dead cat bounce, right? This is in a, you've got this is so you've got this area now. If you're gonna look, where would a bounce possibly be? Well, there you go. This is pretty simple a spot, right? This is kind of the bounce area right here, right? So this would be our DCB area, right? This is what this is. This would be our dead cat bounce area, right? This is exactly what this would be. This is our dead cat bounce area up in here, and this is where you would be looking for a dead cat bounce to possibly, come up here, test this, wick out, and fall down. I'm completely prepared for that. I'm excited. If it happens, it's great, right? That's good. It would be good. It would just replay these patterns that have occurred in the past. Now, a dead cat bounce this high would also give me hope for a breakout, right? This would give me hope for a breakout, for a bullish breakout. And I love, dude, seriously, I loved playing that Tron long. I had a great time playing that. I had a great time playing that the 80A long. I really did. It's fun to make money like that, right? You're making money and you're not scared playing it. So it's a lot easier playing a bull run than it is a bear run. So here's our dead cat bounce area. Here's our confluence zone. Here's our trend lines. Here's our top trend line. Here's our lower trend lines. And what do you see here? When you look at this, what do you see? What is it that you see? What's the first thing you see as a TA person, right? As any person. What do you see here? All right, let me show you what I see. Here's what I see. I see a wedge, right? I see I see an end coming. This is what I see. I see an end coming to this wedge right here. Right? And I see a wedge inside of a wedge inside of a wedge. Right? This is what I see. I see a wedge inside of a wedge inside of a wedge. And this means that there is coming an end to this. This is coming to fruition. And we're trapped right now between 6,742 points and 6,000. And we're trapped inside of this decision making zone. And this is a really hard place to be playing with, right? You guys have to be careful. You're playing in a very dangerous zone because this is going to get tested. And even higher lows don't mean anything right here. And let me warn everybody. And Scott, yeah, you're right, dude. You were definitely posting higher lows here. We're definitely posting up higher lows. But this, I can see a lot of things in here. I can see a bear flag. I can see a triangle. I can see a wedge. There's a lot of things in here, and I just don't know which one it is. Is this a wedge? Is this a triangle? Is this a bear flag? I don't know what is. I can't give you a final, this is this and that is that of what this is. I don't know. Right? So yes, this wick did make a lower low. You're right. You're absolutely right. This is. I can see beer. That's the right pot. So this wick did make a lower low here. So with that in, you did put in a lower low over here, or at least a really close one, right? This wick to this wick was real close. But if you go to a higher time frame, this close was lower. You did have a lower close over here. All right. So with that being said, we are in an area right now that is a very dangerous area to trade, right? And this is pressure, this is squeezing, and we talk about this in the group, and we talk about this in our videos. This is coiling up, and this is coiling, and I don't know. It's gonna coil, and then it's gonna bang or boom, right? You pick one. You pick one. It's either gonna be a bang or a boom here. Right? And I can't tell you which one it is. Like, break that, you're gonna break that. Break that, you're gonna break that. Right? Everybody's got a choice. And you don't, and now what's gonna happen is you're gonna go bang, bang, bang. This is what's gonna happen. Wreck all the shorts, wreck all the longs, wreck all the shorts again. Right? And that's just all where it happened. We're all just getting wrecked over and over. It's a fun game of getting wrecked. Okay? So this is just what I see. This is what I'm picturing right now is just a lot of trouble, right? A lot of trouble because we can't make up our freaking minds what we want to do. Okay. Oh, so I had this. I expected to hit the 323, the 382. We came down, tested the 382. Looks like our RSI is turning. Look, we've held this as resistance quite a few times, right? This 382 line has done a really good job holding resistance from the top side, right? This did a great job, right? Came down. Let's see if this can hold here. If this does drop out here, you are looking for a wedge play on your RSI. My wedge play and my 12-hour RSI is very, very close, right? You're down here in the 236. Look, you got the 236, the 1914, and the 236. So you got the vamp fib, and you got two 236s all in the same place. I am looking for one more fallout, come down and test this, and look at how well this correlates with this lower wedge right here and our lower target right here of $6,270. Right? This actually lines up really well with this, right? You just look, look, boom, and boom, right? That goes real well, and it correlates with our line. There's our line right there, okay? So this is telling me we're still haven't nailed the bottom yet, right? I think we have one more trip to the bottom. Our Stokes and our RSIs are still high. There's our daily, still up there, really high. 12 hours, still high. See, even the 6 hour, we're not towards the bottom. Look at the bottom down here, boys and girls. The bottom is still a little way away. Now, take a look at your Stoke. Your Stoke is bouncing on the 6 hour. And I bet our 4 hours doing the same thing. There you go. Listen. One more little bouncy down. We started a brand new 1 and 2 after a TD9. This is bad. This is bearish to start another count. And if we come down here and break this low, we're not far away from it. If we come down here and test this low again, it'll probably get broken and we'll find that bottom the bottom area. That'll be really nice. TD counts, the 6 worked just magical. This is looking amazing, and we're following through. You would have bet on the 6, you would have won. Okay. Just a channel, just very simple channel. Bunch of trend lines here. Nothing really. This doesn't help me. Here we go. So let's bring this up. Bring this up. All right, let's take a look at our our RSI bubble chart. Look, we got a bounce right off a purple line. Look at that. Absolutely, boom, right down into a purple section. Bounced right off. Bounced. All right, now this is bad because this is a pink zone. This is pink. Pink is bad. Okay? So pink is bad. When you fall from the pink area, pink is bad. This is pink. We don't want to fall from the pink area. Yeah, we don't want to fall from this area. We don't want to fall from a pink line. Where the hell is that pink line at? Where the hell is that pink line? Here it is. Let me see here. How's that pink line at? Give me that pink line. It's right here. This one? No, that's not bad. That was a red line. That was a small jump right there. That was not bad. This one, yep, that was pink. Yeah, this was a pink line for sure. Look, came down, bounced up, tapped this, and then just plummeted to its death. Bounced up. Nope, this is a little lower. Okay, yeah, that's right on the pink line. That one's on the pink line. That one's on the pink line. These are both really big dumps right here. Here's 2 more. There's 2 more that are on the pink line. Let me see these right here. Let me get rid of this. 2 more right here. Baby bump, baby dump. Big dump, baby dump. Okay, so this is, we don't want to fall out from right here. This is no bueno. All right, we do not want to fall out from right here. This is not where we want to fall. This is a pink zone. So let's go. There you go. Pink zones are dump zones. So that was definitely a pink. Okay, and this purple was a bounce. And then we're going to move these bull breaks. That's an upward bull break. And here, there's an upward bull break right there. Yeah, we did not want to fall out right there. That was a very bad spot to fall out. I am going to throw a pink bubble right there. Let's hope this is not. All right, let's hope that's not what that is. If that is a pink bubble, that does mean a pretty solid dump. Now, we can always rally out of this. We can always rally, so there's no need to worry about it. No need to panic. Okay. All right. So we're going to come up here. Okay, so I just want to buzz through a couple real quick things. So in the members area yesterday, early today, one of the things we looked at was just crosses, just very simple crosses and how to identify crosses. Okay, so look, we had a bear cross, right? We had this bear cross right here. And as we went through, and if you're in the members area, right, you guys saw all of this. So you guys got to see all this firsthand. So you knew this bounce was coming with this cross. So I'll show you guys all how this works really quick. Okay, so take a look. There's your cross, right? There's our cross. And what you see is every time these two cross, the 7 and the 50, right? I'll make this yellow so it looks like our members area one. Okay, every time we cross like this, if you guys go back, here we go. Right? 7 and the 50. You get this, right? Oh, sorry. And we're going to go back. And there it is again. Right, so this crossed. Every time it crosses, it bounces, right? Pretty much every time when you go back and you find this cross, you get this bounce, right? Every time you find this cross, you get a bounce out of this, and you can go back on your own charts and you can see that every time it happens, look, here's a good one, right? There's another one, look, cross, bounce, right? Every single time, cross, bounce. And right now, which is it? Yeah, dumpy? Is it the dumpy or the pumpy? Dumpy or pumpy, right? Which one is this? This is the answer. We just don't know. I don't know the answer to this, right? But every single time, look, oh, boom, and pump. Now, if you go back here and you did like we did in the members area, we all did this. Well, I did this, right? Look, 382 drop, right? And then I went down to this one, right? And I think I took it from there to there. 236 drop. 236 drop. 236 drop, right? And this is exactly what we did in every single one of these. Now, is this the bouncy bounce like this one over here? Is this one right here? I don't know, right? Because that's what this one is right here. This one was a moon shot, right? If you took this, so, ooh, that one's a bounce that just kept going, right? That was a real, look at that thing. That's just, you break the 382 right there. And that was it. This thing just smashed the 382, came all the way back and said, nope, I'm going to the moon. But look, 236, 236, 236. There you go. This is so there's another clue. There's a really good clue for us to what could potentially be happening. And this is the kind of stuff that, you know, we go over, and we already knew that this bounce was coming, right? We knew this bounce was coming hours and hours and hours ago. All right, let me see. And where's it at? 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 Okay. So here's our thing. And look, here you go. You go up and you scroll back and you scroll back and you scroll back. And there it is. Look, every single chart like we just showed you people. There it is. We all knew the bounce was already coming, because I'd already done all these exact same things, and I'd already knew that the bounce was coming. So we'd already called the bounce off. Right? All right, so there's that. Let's look at our crosses now. Let's take a look at our crosses. So now we've got another cross. We've got the we've got the 7 and the 100. Now, the 7 and the 100, kind of the same thing. You know, it's kind of a bouncy cross, right? The 7 and 100. 7 and 100. Now this was a tanky cross. Let's go see what else we can find here. So we got the 7 and 100s crossing, and there it is. Bouncy cross. So bouncy cross. Yeah, so this is also a bouncy cross. Look, a bouncy 7 and 100. This is a very bouncy cross here. So this cross doesn't help us at all on this 12-hour chart, other than signal that there could be a really big bounce here, right? Let's go look. Let's go back and let's peek at that, where this took off over here. Now the 7 was nowhere near. The 100 was nowhere near. Okay. All right. So next, we're going to come down to the 6-hour. All right. So the 6-hour, you have the same thing, the same exact thing, and if you go back, you'll see the 7 and the 50 play out exactly the same way in a lot of these areas also. Okay, so there's your 6-hour. Now you have a whole mess of fibs all stacked above you right there. And let's see what our daily looks like. Okay, so our daily close on the candle. Let's go down to our daily close on the candle. Listen, I like this as a bearish candle. Okay, I like this as a bearish candle. I like these long wicks on the bottom. See the long wicks right here? I like these longer wicks on the bottom. I do. You got the little bit longer wick. You got no wick, no shadow on the top. Right, I like these a little bit more as a bearish candle. See, there it is with the wick, longer wick on the bottom, longer wick on the bottom, shorter shadow on the top, and they just keep falling down. Right, so I do like this candle structure for a continuation pattern. You got just a little teeny tiny nipple there, right? Little teeny tiny nipple on the daily. So our daily close right there. Let's take a look at our 2-day close. Wow, almost a gap. Almost a gap. Once again, bearish candle. It's a bearish candle, right? So you got the long leg at the bottom, little short shadow at the top. So I do like this. I like this candle. It's kind of setting up like the rest of these. See if we finished out a 3-day. Nope. So we're still in the action of a 3-day. This was a very bearish setup right here on the 3-day. Another bearish setup on the 3-day with this spinning top, and that fell out. And that's kind of, we got that. It's no help to us. All right, MACD chart. Okay, so this is kind of correlates with my my J hook chart. So you see how these always scooped back around, right? I'm still waiting for this to scoop back around, right? I'm waiting for this to scoop back around, possibly even make a double top, right? Possibly come up to 6,600 inside of our wedge. This is possible, right? This is where I talk about the J hook chart way back over here, right? Way back over in the beginning. This chart right, this is what I talk about. This is the J hook pattern, right? That J hook pattern is this. This is a hook. See this J? This makes a J hook. It's like a hook. It's like a fish hook, right? Bam, hook, bam, hook, bam. It loves to do this, hook, right? And it loves to do this J hook pattern here. There's another one, J hook and up. The question is when, what, if, how, why, which is what's going to happen. Right? I don't know. I don't know right now. I'm still waiting to see. I want to test the bottom trend line. Get me down to the bottom trend line. Test me out. Let's see if it holds. Okay, that's it. That's my call. My call is let's get down there. Shorts are climbing up again. Right? A little bit late. Right? When shorts drop down, that's when you short. When longs go up, that's when longs go higher, you short. When shorts go lower, you do the opposite. Whatever this chart says, you do the opposite, right? It's like this should be labeled your CNBC chart right here. This should be your CNBC chart because if the shorts are falling, you need to be shorting. You definitely need to be shorting the market. Do the opposite of whatever this chart says, okay? All right, what do we got here? Just our fib charts. We just went over all the fib charts. I don't see anything on any of these higher time frames even. There's nothing here that really is like I'm super worried about with any of my fibs. Just not. There's nothing. You know, other than this light blue line, you just don't want it to cross this light purple line right here, this purple line, because that would be your 1020. That would make a very bearish cross. A very bearish cross would force the price down, right? So that's that. Same thing. Now this is my J hook chart, and this is basically the chart that shows you how all these J hooks work out. How every time these J hooks, you get these massive upswings. You see this? You see this hook? Look at that massive upswing, right? Here you go, right here. See this right here? Massive upswing, right? If this happens, you could make a higher high. Look at this. Every time one of these goes up, it makes a higher high. Even though the MACD stays low, it makes a higher high every single time. So you would be looking to break out. If this does curl around here and does the J hook action, you'd be legitimately looking at a higher high than you had right here. You'd be looking at a higher high based on this chart. Okay, so I'm going to put that up here. Okay, so it says a sweeping action by the MACD will possibly put in a new higher high, right? But then they dump. Okay? So, there it is. They dump. The key. There's the key. Here's your higher high, and then it dumps. Here's your higher high, and then it dumps. Right? Right here. Now this one made a higher high. It did once, it did twice, and then it dumped. Right? Here's this one right here. This one came up, and then it dumped. This one has not done anything. We haven't seen a J hook action yet. So I'm going to leave this right here, right? So this would put in a higher high and then it would just dump out. So be prepared for this to possibly play out right there, okay? Here's your trend line. We put this green trend line in yesterday. You can see how it's, it's got a lot of power. It's got a lot of strength. Held the first time, looking to break. This thing does break down. You're going to be looking for another lower level on your RSI. We showed that on our other RSI chart at our 232, and I want to say it's probably down right in that area right there. So that would be our target right there. This would be our target, about 35.8 RSI. Just our fib lines. We've already got that on our first chart. Actually, this is our 12-hour. This is our 12-hour. So here's our 12-hour. This is what we watched. This is where we got the rejection, came down. A second trend line is possible right down here. There it is. Right. Bang, bang, bang. Let's see. Come down, test that. That'd fall us out a little bit more. Maybe come down here, tickle my 627. Bollinger Bands. Bollinger Bands are definitely below on the 12-hour, so they're on the low side. The target down here is 6,100. That's pretty darn low. The target here is 6,122. We are on the bottom side of the BB. We now have the BB's top side as our resistance level. So another warning sign. You had this massive hanging man candle. This thing just fell out. This is still a bearish candle. This is a 1 trading. This is a red 2 trading below a red 1 right now. This is bearish. This is a bearish trade right now, especially on the daily. Especially on the daily. You ran up a 4. Now you're looking for a retracement down below. Right? This was a nice run. Now we're watching this retrace on the low side. These are our larger time frames. Look at our larger time frames here. We're watching for divergence on our lower time frames. You see our volume is flagging, right? So our volume has been flagging right here. And I will put a trend line in here. Right, there's our volume. Our volume has been going lower. So we went higher and our volume has been dropping out. So very bearish volume levels. As we were marching up here, and then we marched up again, and it just kept getting lower and lower and lower. And this is all bearish division, especially on the volume indicator. This is very bearish. Now you're tapping out one more time. This is another tap here. If this does fail and roll over, this will be extremely bearish. Let's look at our MACD. We are on the, what is that? Our histogram's on the high side, but trending down. Okay, our histogram's on the high side, but it is trending down. Right, look at this, up, up, and it can come right back down again. All right, let me scoot this back up here. There we go. Same thing with our Stoke. Our Stoke is just trying to hold on, and our RSI. So our RSI, oh, I hate that when it does that. And reconnect. All right, and our RSI, let's just keep an eye on this. I expect one more tap right here. One more tap. One more little tippy tappy right here. That's what I'm expecting, right? Come on down, kiss the line, kiss the ring, and then you can bounce off, right? This is a weekly, so getting down there takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of oomph to get down there on the weekly, okay? But just come down, kiss the ring, and then we'll talk about it, okay? We'll talk about life. We'll see how well you're doing, and then we'll have a nice conversation. Right? Ooh, really good chart. I'm going to share this with the members. All right, this is like the secret Gooner chart right here. We love the secret Gooner chart. Yeah, we really love the secret Gooner chart. This thing is so chock full of information. And yeah, this thing, I got to tell you what, this chart scares me. This chart scares me because it's super accurate. So it scares me a little bit, okay? It definitely scares me. I want to keep an eye on this baby because this chart gives me the willies. This chart is just too darn accurate. It's too darn amazing. We're putting in a head and shoulders on it. And you can see this is all the stuff we went over in the members area. It just how this has worked out in the past. And you can see how this works out in general. Here's our doggy chart. Doggy's still holding up there. Look at doggy. Go, doggy, go. Right? Doggy's still doing good. Doggy's still doing good over here. Let's see how well Doggy can hold. Right? Let's see. Look at Doggy is just barely hanging on over here. Barely hanging on. Good dog. Top side now resistance is your trend line, and your 64.63 is your top side resistance. Your bottom side catch zone that works out perfectly with mine. See, because you need to take this, and you stretch this up just like that. And now you get this nice catch right here, right? This is just going to come down and catch right there at 2.6. Look at this line, 2.6, and I'll put a line right here. Boom. It's going to move up a little bit. So look, 6.275, right? 6.275. And look, this is where this all comes, 6.273. So you have a big catch right here. Big catch. Watch this. Yeah, Doggy likes to hook up and down. Doggy likes to look at Doggy before. Look at Doggy. Doggy just likes to do, right? Look at Doggy. Doggy is hook, 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 and then it just dies, right? Does all these crazy hooks. What coin does this? What this is? No coin does this pattern. Nobody. No, it's crazy. Look at this. Dump, 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 dump. This is, you can't even, I want to see some TA guys get into this and pull this apart and make some ABs. Give me a Elliott count on this. I'm going to ask the next Elliott guy. See, I'm going to say, give me an Elliott wave count on this. You can't do this. This thing's crazy. All right. All right. Let's go over here. Take a look at our BTC. So we got that. We see where that is. Tron. Let's take a look at the Tronster. Tron, oh, nice bounce. Look at this. So yesterday, if you were watching the show, you saw we put this nice line up right here. Wow, look at that bounce off Tron right there. It's very, very nice. I'm going to throw this in the members area really quick. Forgive me, but I have to. Right? I have to throw this thing in the members area real fast. So look, this to me looks like a possibly a wave 1, right? Wave 1, 2, 3, make it a wave 4, and then it'll fall out for wave 5 down here is my thing. I think this will break this one more time. I think it'll come down and test this fib, and then we'll see what happens for there. But I think this will come down, test the line. The line breaks, there's your target, right? And then we'll see. So see the same thing on, look at, there's your confluence zone, right? This is your confluence zone down here. Right now you have a little one right here. You do have a little one right there, but you have a really heavy one right here, right? Come down here, tickle this, and then we'll talk, okay? Litecoin, so listen, if you're counting this out as a massive ABC, you have to get rid of this. That's you just can't use that anymore, right? Because if you're counting this out as an ABC, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, you've come back. Okay, you could leave it on there. You could leave it on there. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You could still do this. This is still possible. Now, you have, I mean, you've wicked it. You've wicked it right there. Let's see on the higher time frames. Let me check this on the higher time frames. Yeah, no, that's okay. Yep, that's still okay. As this is all still okay. This still is okay to make. This is still okay to make a larger wave 5 up there. Totally fine. Okay. Neo. Died. ADA. Looking good. Looks like a wave 4 to me, though. So this actually now looks like a wave 4 here. And that would be my wave 5. Right? Now, this still is legitimate to make a wave 4. And a wave 5 there. So that still could do that. Right? You still, this could still be a 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, and a 5 up there. Still legitimate to do that, right? So once again, you're torn. You're torn here. So bull target, bear target. Tough to make. I can't tell you which one is which. I'm not really following the coin. XRP. We have some members that are playing XRP. Please, everybody who is playing XRP, there's a lot of fundamental analysis actually going on with XRP. There's also a lot of large groups that are big Telegram groups, that are massive Discord groups that have just these XRP, people who are very, very passionate about XRP. I don't want to call them fanatics, but they're very, very passionate about XRP. XRP has a lot of good news right now, and if you look at XRP, they're one of the things they're hinting at is XRP could be possibly going to Coinbase. It's been kind of something that's been in the works for a long time. But I'd like you to just really keep an eye on this as this is developing here, because this is pumping with FA. This is not pumping with TA. This is pumping with FA. So you do have some good news. Now I was on with a member today, and this is one of the things we were talking about. I was on with Justin, and here's our chat today with Justin. He says, "How far do you think this is going?" Right, and I said. Be careful, XRP is a shit show. I said, and then I told him, I said, you need to watch this thing, the 30 MA and the resistance. So exactly what I said happened. I said, watch out, right? I said the 30 MA on the 4 hour, and there it was, right? There's the 30 MA on the 4 hour. Now you have this resistance. I also said you have this historical resistance, right? And where's it at? And it's up here somewhere where I said, hey, you watch out. So you've got that historical resistance, and I called them cult following. I said, yeah, they're fanatical. All right, so I said you got this historical resistance and the 30 MA right here. Look, it pecked on the 30 MA right there, and then it bounced off. So listen, I don't want to make any calls on XRP. I tell everybody to stay away from it. You can get absolutely wrecked in XRP unless you're in one of these larger chat groups, okay? I mean, yes, I do appreciate the optimism, but if you're going to play XRP, please go over, get in these big XRP Telegram groups. And that's what I need you to do. I need you to go over, get in these XRP chat groups, and see what the people are saying on the ground. This coin is very fundamentally based with its movements. Okay, it's very fundamentally based on these movements. You know, you have this wick right here. It's just absolutely insane right here. Just absolutely insane. So I caution against anyone playing this. Yes, you can make good money in this, but yes, you can also get burned really bad in this. And a lot of people just got wrecked in this coin, in this pump right here. A lot of people got trapped. A lot of people were shorting this right here. There were a bunch of TA people calling a short like right in here, and then it just mooned on them and it liquidated them. A lot of people got liquidated by this candle. They were shorting, right? And they just got absolutely wrecked. Okay, so let's peeky over here. Okay, so now here's my ETH. Let's look at this ETH chart right here. Now, ETH is a little bit different than Litecoin. Okay, so we're gonna have to pull this off. All right, we're gonna have to pull this off, and we're gonna have to pull. We're gonna leave that. Okay, so this is how this looks right here. To me, this is the A, B, C wave, and this is a finished C. Okay, this is a finished C here. Okay, because you have clearly on the 12 hour, the 6 hour, right, the 4 hour, you have shattered the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you've shattered 1, 2, 3. This actually looks like a 3, 4 truncated 5. So this looks like a truncated 5. That's a truncated 5. This would be your 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And you're looking for a wave 5 down here. So you're looking for a wave 5. So this kind of is what I'm looking at here. Now, this could have also been there,
Mom,
there,
some popcorn.
and there. So you could have squeezed in a little teeny tiny 3, 4, 5 right there, and then you could be playing this as a 1, 2, like that. There's your 1, 2. Here's your 3, 4. Don't go up any higher than this. All right, my stop loss got moved up to above this at 223. I was at 219. I was at 219, and then it jumped on me, and I scooted my stop loss up to 222, 223. So I'm looking good so far. And then you're going to come down. You're going to play this out. Now, there's your 1914 at $198. Yeah, you know, this drop right here would kind of correspond also with the targets that you have. And I do have a bunch of targets. Let me find my chart. ETH USD Binance. It is this one. This one. All right, let me just confirm. Okay, so and all right, and there we go. Update. All right, and this is the chart we have in the members area. Right. Okay, had a much nicer bounce. So this is my move my stop loss up here above the 0.382. Remember, I am in this trade all the way up here to 245, 247. I'm sitting in very nice profit. I moved my stop loss. Now my call in the members area is we loaded more shorts up here. We had shorts stacked at 218 and 220. So if you come over here, you go. Hold on a second. Let me pull the members area. Yep, this is it right here. Where's it at? Okay, I'm laddering shorts to 221, right? So I laddered shorts all the way up to 221. And then you see we got this little fallout. I thought I went in here and said where I laddered them. It's probably in the vamp area. There's where I moved my stop loss. I laddered shorts. I thought maybe it's over in the vamp area where I called that. Sorry guys, I apologize. I should be calling all these. It's hard because I'm posting in 2 separate chats right now, so it's really tough. So for Vamp Week, I'm posting over in 2 separate chats. Ryan, you behave, buddy. You behave, Ryan. All right, so here we go. So we're falling out here. So we had our shorts laddered all the way up to 221. We are falling out. These are still my targets. Now this bounced much higher than I thought it was going to bounce. Okay, it bounced much higher than I thought it bounced. Failed by the vamp. Okay, complete fail. Troll me. Take me. Take me, trolls. Take me, baby Jesus. So I did miss this top layer right here, but I did catch the shorts up there. So I did load all my shorts up there, so I am partially vindicated. Partially vindicated. All right, I will not be reduced to a peon just yet. Just give me a chance to redeem myself if this does come down and catch our lower targets. Okay. The funny thing is I was right on. I did really good with my bounce over here on BTC. Right, I have my BTC bounce targets. These are good. Right, had my BTC bounce targets, but then just completely whacked off on my. In fact, this isn't even the members version, right? This is not the members version. Hold on a second. Oh, I wonder if this will lose all my information. Okay, hold on a second. Let me screenshot this. I'll show you guys the members version. I don't want to do this because I'll lose all my info. All right, here we go. All right, so here's the members version of the chart, right? So there's the members version. There's my bounce targets, right? There to there, bounce target, perfect, and then fell out, right? We'll see if this holds, right? This has still got to hold. So this was my Vamp members area targets. I played much more loosely here on the, I had a much more loose call here on the the public area just because I don't want people to get wrecked, right? I just don't want anybody to get wrecked on my calls. So I played this much looser just to make sure people didn't get just liquidated and then I get blamed for it. You know what I'm saying? Vamp, you're an idiot. There's that. And let's see. I think that's it. That's it. Look at this. Look at that. There we go. And pretty quick. I like ending the show quick. I think I'm doing a much better job getting these shows down.